The following podcast is brought to you and would not exist without Ephrata Performing Arts Center. Please, if you can, make a donation today at EphrataPerformingArtsCenter.com. Theater cannot exist without an audience, and EPAC cannot survive without the continued goodwill and generosity of supporters like you. Thank you for helping EPAC continue to provide diverse, thought-provoking theater that matters. And Goofy Podcast. Hey everybody, this is Kevin Fennell here for your little preview for the newest episode of the EPACCast. Josh and I talked to Ed Fernandez, artistic director of EPAC, and it was pretty interesting. I'm not going to say fun. Said fun too many times last time. So it was really interesting. It was really cool. It was goofy. We had a really awesome conversation. And you should definitely check out the Epic Quest of EPAC this week. We have a special guest playing Ed, and it is quite literally epic. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy the show. Make sure that you keep voting for EPAC on the BroadwayWorld.com awards for theater. Josh is still winning. That's what we want. Alright guys, enjoy.
This one's gonna be a hit!
Yeah. All right. So here we are, back again. They let us back for a third episode. I'm Kevin Fennell.
I'm Josh Kirwin.
And this is the EPACCast. And we're here today with a very special guest, artistic director of Ephrata Performing Arts Center,
Ed Fernandez.
Wow. I've always wanted to meet him.
Yeah.
He's so hot.
I've heard really nice things about him.
Yeah, I heard really good things about him.
Yeah, I mean,
So anyway,
yeah.
real daddy bear.
Oh, man.
We're here. Annie's going on right now.
Yes,
Yes.
Not right at the
Not
second.
at this
Not
second.
this second.
Not this second.
Minutes
no.
away.
Minutes away. And yeah, we just want to talk about last season. It was a great season.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
And yeah, definitely. So, I mean, what were some of your favorite stuff that happened this season? Obviously, everything.
Everything.
It was just a great season.
In
It was.
terms of my favorite productions.
Yeah, sure.
That we did. Well, I'd have to say, see, it's so hard because I don't want to upset
Absolutely,
any of the
no.
children.
Of course not.
But I'd say my two favorite productions, of course, are going to be Sunday in the Park with George and Cabaret.
Absolutely. Weird.
That because they're shows. Actually, both of those shows I've done before.
Yeah.
So I revisited those shows, both of them, and they're two of my favorite pieces of theater. So that was, and I was very happy with everything about both productions. Yeah. So, that from an artistic point of view, that was my high point.
Felt best.
Yeah, but then again,
It's so interesting. How often do you revisit shows?
we try to have a 10-year period.
But you as a director, even because
as a director,
I had a director in college who never did a show twice.
It depends on, you feel it. Like I don't have a rule. It's like usually I'll tell you, being a community theater director, what it really depends on is the cast.
Of course, yeah.
It's if I have the cast. If I said I can do this show again and I could improve on this show, or I think we can do this show again, or if it fits into the schedule. Like Cabaret just happened to be, when we put the whole season together, we needed a show for that October spot, and it seemed like Cabaret is the kind of show that doesn't have a huge set, and it's like it's sort of fall. It's October light, So I said, okay. I said, can I revisit? And I said, Cabaret would actually work. And I said, would I like to revisit Cabaret? I said, yeah, I'd like to revisit it. So there's really no hard and fast rules. It really depends on all the other chess pieces when they lay on the board.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
And Sunday in the Park with George, I had the cast, and I knew I could do it again, And and there's a certain actor, like there's a show, I don't want to say anything right now, but those people who know EPAC and EPAC's history will probably be able to give a good guess. There's a show that we've done a couple of times that I swore off I would never do it again. I'm done. But I have an actor who's a good friend of mine, who's a great actor, who said, I want to do that role.
And now
I'm like, I will do it for you. I will revisit that show for you. Because, like, once I do a show, it's done.
Yeah.
Like, I don't listen to, like, I don't listen to cast albums, believe it or not. I don't like theater.
A lot of times,
I listen to pop music.
I can understand. It's
I
tough
can understand.
sometimes because I hear what I hear in my brain a lot of times.
I don't.
Songs,
And like sometimes, like when I listen to a show and then it's done, like I've done it, I never go back and listen. Let's say like I'm gonna pick a show out of the Into the Woods.
Okay.
Like if I listen to Into the Woods and then I did it, I won't listen to it ever again. Unless I'm doing the show again, and then I don't have to listen to it because I know it.
Yeah.
But I don't listen to show music. I don't listen to show music when I'm doing a show. I listen to like Aria Grande. I mean, I'm a 16-year-old girl at heart.
Aren't we all?
No, I listen to pop music. I dance at home to like Ed Sheeran and Sam Smith is my newest thing, and I don't listen to I don't really listen to theater music. It's stupid.
I don't watch DVDs of the shows.
I shouldn't say that. It's not stupid. Outside of the context of the show, I don't really listen to it.
Like, yeah, I don't listen to like I said, I don't watch shows I'm in, like the DVD copies of the shows I'm in, 'cause I feel weird watching it. And also, they just find a day that I'm terrible every time. It's always that one performance.
Everybody
says
that. Everybody says that. You want to know my guilty little thing? I love watching myself.
See,
Every other actor's like, I can't look at myself. I like watch myself. Oh, that was good. That was a good moment. I want to do that moment
I see those moments
again.
too, but I also see the other moments. That right there. That's bad.
Well, I watch shows that I did like 10 years ago on DVD, and as a
get
director,
impressed by
and I'm
yourself.
like, oh, I was terrible. The pacing is horrible, and that's why sometimes I'd want to do a show again.
It's
Yeah,
like watching
that's
football
interesting.
practice tapes or something.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah.
It's like,
I could have tightened that up right
Yeah.
there. Oh, I know, especially if you see like moments like that where in the show a couple of years later, it's like, oh, I have such an idea now, and that's how it pops up.
There's only been 2 shows in my history. Every time I've redone a show, I've done Chicago 3 times. Every time I've redone a show, I've been happy with it, except for 2 times. There are 2 shows, and I will not mention names to protect the innocent,
Of course.
but they are 2 shows.
Innocent theater.
Hold on, go back. They're actually 3 shows.
Gotcha.
They're actually, what? There are 4 shows! There are 17 shows! Wait a minute, there are 17 shows and a comfy chair. No, they are 3 shows that didn't work the second time.
Yeah.
But a lot of shows did work better the second time.
Yeah.
You gotta have a
But
reason
that's
for
theater,
doing it.
It's experimental. That's the point.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, how often do you listen to your band?
Oh, man, I honestly don't think I can. It's tough. Well, because a lot of times it makes me remember, like, if you're listening to like a recording or something like that, then you think about like what was going on during that time.
Oh yeah, well,
And like it's kind of the same.
that never
True.
happens
You
when
watch
you
it,
watch
you're like,
it.
oh, I remember when that person was being such a jerk.
Yeah.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Or like, it's like, or I was like, I was having, like tax problems or something like that.
So
It's
many
like,
tax problems.
It's like you look at, like a show of like,
Josh
from
has never
3
paid
years ago.
taxes.
True story. I paid a tax.
Anyway, back
On
to last
clothes.
season.
No, you're in Pennsylvania, you know. But get back to the original question
Yeah, back to last
somewhere
season.
long ago.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was so artistically, but I was happy with Legally Blonde. Made a lot of money.
Yeah, it was very.
And I will tell you about
It was
Legally
very
Blonde.
successful.
I was very successful, and I thought that was a show that wouldn't be up my line, and it was like, okay, I'll do this show because it's pop. And I wound up loving the show. I thought it was a lot of fun, and it made, financially, it was very, very lucrative.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it was a very good production. So, and Death of a Salesman did the most box office for any play
Really? That's how we roll.
since Streetcar Named Desire. Yeah, it did a
Dear
lot.
God.
Yeah, it's up there with my plays that made a lot of money were The Women, the 1930s comedy, because it had 30 women in it. But The Women, Hamlet, Streetcar Named Desire, and now Death of a Salesman. Death of a Salesman for a play made musical money. Yeah, Yeah, and that was a play, and I'll tell you what I loved about Salesman. Why Salesman was very special, because that's a play that I programmed because I never liked that play. I accepted that it was a great American play and should be in the repertoire, but personally, I never got that play. Personally, I'm a Williams fan. Miller's a little too but I fell in love with that play from the production here. And I didn't direct it. I was basically came in, I produced it, I hired the director, I helped him cast, I gave him ideas about casting, but he cast it. And I came in to see it as artistic director, and I was in love with that play, which is a play that I never got before. So in that way, that was sort of a high point of my season 2, because I was so proud of that production, and and I was so happy that a play made that kind of movie,
Man, well,
So that was those were the high points of last season.
Oh,
gee.
we can all thank Josh for that. Like,
Well,
honestly.
you can shut up.
No, can I talk about you two for a second just before we get off Salesman? No, this is a good thing. Like when he cast you two, and I said, yeah. It was when you read and you guys were together. It was like, that's who we're going for is Biff and Happy, and your styles were so different. I mean, it was like Laurence Olivier meets James Dean on stage, and it worked. It really worked between the two of you, and I thought, I don't know if this is going to work because their acting styles are so different, but it was like really worked beautifully well, and the whole show was just gorgeous.
Yeah.
So,
I was gonna say earlier, I loved the way that that Sunday in the Park with George looked.
Oh, yeah.
It was so beautiful, man. You guys did such a great job with that show.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, as a high
yeah.
point of your work, I mean, that was.
Well, that's because I had like Mike Rhodes who did the first production, and and we said if we're gonna do this again, well, the theater's changed so much, and the money has changed so much, the budget has changed so much, and we have stuff that we didn't have before. But when I look at you're doing something, you're like, oh no, it doesn't look good, and Michael's actually painting, bathing it on years, like literally the audience is coming into the theater. Literally, we're holding the curtain on opening night because Michael Rhodes is painting backstage. I'm like, Michael, we have to start the show. We have to start the show. We need, I'm sorry it's not done. But it was very
theater.
funny.
It's
really,
it's
crazy.
I've been painting the floor when people are walking in.
Yeah, but it was like, so you don't really get a chance to breathe. But now that I see pictures of Sunday in the Park and I see the pictures, I'm like, wow,
really?
This was sumptuous. This looks gorgeous. I mean, as a community theater, it looks regional quality.
Yeah. And that's something that you find here consistently. So we're here with Ed Fernandez, and we'll be right back in a moment. We're going to have a little bit of advertising going on.
Advertisements.
Yeah.
The first show at EPAC for the 2015 season is going to be the Kids for Kids production of Little Mermaid Jr. on February 6th through the 22nd. With a story based on the fairy tale by Hans Christian Andersen, this production will take you and your family on a fun, fantastical journey to a vast underwater kingdom. With a brilliant score that includes uplifting songs like Under the Sea and Part of This World, this musical treasure is designed for young artists as well as younger audiences, making it the perfect family treat.
And we are back.
Yes, we are.
We are here with Ed Fernandez.
Still.
We are here with Ed Fernandez, the driving force.
I thought you were going to say the drag queen. I did! And then we hear the drag, and I'm like, is he going to say the drag queen?
It's not like there's a portrait.
Josh!
It's not like there's a portrait of you.
Josh.
Not like there's that.
Oh, most beautiful of all time. So we're talking about next season.
Next season.
We
There's
just
nothing better than
recently
next season.
released our upcoming season. For
It's
EPAC.
in November.
And
Boom.
Oh,
better check it out.
you guys check out some of the dates. There's a whole bunch of great shows. There's Carrie the musical. There's Spamalot.
Shrek the musical.
Shrek. Yeah. Man, you guys have a pretty stacked lineup this.
We do. We have a stacked lineup.
I'll ask you this one first. What shows are you directing?
Personally?
Are you
Yeah.
directing?
Or is that announced yet?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
I am going to be directing August Osage County.
Yeah.
I am going to be directing Spamalot with assistance.
Oh. That's awesome.
Tim Riggs has signed on to direct The Odd Couple.
Really?
That's
Yeah.
That's
Both Cody Smith, I'm not sure if it's going to be Cody Smith or Pat Cowder. They're both going to work on Lacage.
Awesome.
I don't know who in what capacity, but they decided they're working on it together. They were a great team in Legally Blonde, and probably be in Lacage.
Oh, will you?
Yes, probably. Talking about drag queens. There's going to be. Michael Swanson is coming back to do Elephant Man.
Oh, is he?
Yep, I will be doing Carrie the Musical, and Shrek is still a question mark.
Interesting.
Yeah, I'm still debating whether I want to do Shrek or I want to get somebody else to do Shrek. I'm in negotiations for directors for Shrek right now. I'm not sure which way we're going to go with that.
Well, hey.
So the directors are basically lined up. So I'll be doing a lot. Next year's
It seems
heavy.
like you're on a bunch.
Yeah, next year's going to be
Ed.
a busy, a lot of Ed. It's a whole lot of Ed. It's a whole lot of Ed. Next year, yeah.
So I want to ask the nuts and bolts types of questions because I'm interested in like how theater is done.
Okay.
What is the process for picking your seasons?
That is, it's really interesting, and that's a question a lot of people have.
Yeah.
It is insane. It takes a year. I have the Artistic Advisory Committee.
Okay.
And that's sort of my cabinet, who I pick these people. Some of them are actors, some of them are people who have experience in theater, and some of them are business people, so we get a really good mix, you know?
Yeah.
And we meet once a month for the entire season, and we'll start, we usually take off a couple of months in winter, but we'll start again next year, and we come in and we start with a slate and we mix and match. And, you know, we say what works here, what's available, what works. We usually start with shows we want to do, and then we talk about them, and then we say, sometimes we say, let's get the musicals in, sometimes let's get the plays in. We read plays, we discuss the merits. We have designers on board, they talk about it. So, and it really becomes, a big musical, then let's say you had Legally Blonde and then Cabaret, because you don't want to, if you can help it, have two big set musicals back together. And then being a community theater, you've got to think about casting. Because it hasn't happened a lot, but there have been maybe 2 times since 1996, since I was artistic director, that we've had to cancel a show because we just could not cast it.
Yeah.
Right.
And so we've got to think about casting. So it's a matter of putting all the chess pieces together, and it really takes a long time, and it takes a lot of debate, and then we have to see how the shows fit together. We don't have a theme, because some people say, do you have a theme? I said, no, if a theme develops, it develops, but I feel marketing people love a theme to market the season. Right. But, if a theme happens, it happens. But that sort of hems you in, And, it makes it very difficult because especially when, musicals, we're known for musicals, we do musicals. There's only a certain amount of musicals are expensive, and there's not that many musicals that are guaranteed to bring in money.
Oh, yeah.
And to pay for themselves, and or to make a profit, or even though we're a not-for-profit, we've got to pay the bills and pay the salaries and keep everything going, and put money back. Hopefully, we make more to put it back into production and in staff. And there's only that's why that goes back to your question about redoing stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because there's really only a handful. I mean, there's an X amount of number of musicals to do, and then since we're a community theater, a lot of things are not available to us in the new things.
Oh, right.
Because how it works is we have to go through when a show belongs to gets sold to a rights house, which is Music Theater International, Thames, Whitmark. There's a lot of rights houses, and they own the properties, and they are the middle. And so, if a show comes off Broadway, it'll go to equity houses first, and then non-equity professional houses, and then you got to deal with tours. So it might be a long, long time till it comes to a community level and is available. And you have to also remember that we're not in a great location because I have Fulton in downtown Lancaster, which is the equity house, and then the other side I have Dutch Apple, which is the non-equity, but it's a paid house. Yeah. So they get grabs on everything. Yeah. Right, and it used to be that the work we did, the edgy work that Ephrata built its reputation on when nobody else would do it, everybody does it now. Yeah. You know? Yeah. So it's not like...
Everybody's got balls.
Well, except... I don't see anybody else doing Spring Awakening, though.
Well, I'm not going to...
But we had to wait for media to do that. Remember, we couldn't announce that because we had all these legal restrictions. Remember that? We had to we couldn't announce it. We couldn't put it on Facebook. We couldn't say anything till a certain date. So you have to deal with legal restrictions. And so it becomes a real chess game.
Yeah, it's really.
It becomes so like really, and then you have to get it done by a certain day. Well, we have to get it done by summer so we can, because then promotion takes months because you got to promote, you got to get the brochure, you got to get and so it's a complicated process. It's not just easy. And then I love pet peeve. Can I say a pet peeve? Is that people who don't understand the whole process come up to me and says, "Why don't you do Mamma Mia? You can make money on Mamma Mia." I was like, I'll be dead by the time Mamma Mia probably comes to community theater level. My sister, Ed, when are you going to do Mamma Mia? Like, when Mamma is available, I just talking about Mamma Mia, it is available. I could probably do a wonderful production, but it's going to be grabbed up by equity houses. It's going to be a non-equity tours, because then you have the non-equity tours.
Absolutely.
So you're on a hold and wait. Occasionally a show like Carrie comes through.
Yeah,
and occasionally a show comes through, and occasionally I'll get a show like I got Chicago, and nobody else could touch it, and everybody hated me because I got Chicago. So occasionally something like. The way it's negotiated, sometimes I'll be able to get something, but
it sounds like a waiver wire in baseball. And it's fascinating.
I mean, I couldn't believe I got Cabaret, even though it was on Broadway and a very successful revival.
It's on Broadway right now.
I know, and I was able to do it. I was like, okay, let's do it. Yeah.
But so I guess here's something that I've been. It's been a burning question for me. I guess it's like,
wow.
So for example, you're going through the process of what was of picking out the shows.
Okay.
And things like that. For this year, what was the show that screamed like have to do it?
What was the show?
It's like you just like what you were like. I want to do this.
It was like I think it was Carrie the musical, because Carrie we didn't do it this year because we did Cabaret, because we did Legally Blonde. Okay, so a lot of this season was bumped from last. Like we have a running list. Like last season, we had Carrie and Legally Blonde.
Right.
And Carrie was gonna be in the fall, Legally Blonde summer, but we said no, it's sort of like the flip side of Legally Blonde. Like Legally Blonde goes evil. And it was like, but it's also the same cast.
It would be, yeah.
You know what I mean? It's the same cast, young people. So it's like, no, let's do something with a different. So we said, let's put Carrie off. So then we said, okay, we do want Carrie on for a year. We put it off because it didn't work with Legally Blonde. So that came to this year.
Yeah.
And then we wanted to do Lacage last year for the middle show, and because I wanted to revisit Lacage again, and I had a director who wanted to do it again, and it's a show that I'd want to revisit, and it's a show that's never done. It's a great show. It's a great show, and everybody loves this show, and it's and it was put last year because Legally Blonde became available, and the my advisory cabinet, the artistic advisory board, they convinced me to do Legally Blonde instead of Lacage. They said, and I listened, and I'm glad I listened because it made a lot of money, and they were absolutely right, and so that was bumped into this year. So a lot of this year was stuff we wanted to do last year, and it was just bumped, and so those were the two, and then Spamalot we've wanted to do forever.
Oh yeah.
And Fulton did it, so we had to wait for because we had to wait for time where Fulton did it, and they did it, and I forget, like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, I forget when they did, but I saw it opening night, and that's a show that everybody wants to do at EPAC. I mean, everybody's, when are you going to do Spamalot? When are you going to do Spamalot? That's such an EPAC show. But I had to wait, so that became available. So we said, okay, and I said, is it time for Spamalot?
Right.
And they went, yeah. And then August County was the same thing. And I said, well, the Fulton just did it, but it's a show I wanted to do from Ghost Street. The minute I saw that on Broadway, I said, that's an EPAC show. I want to do that show. I love that play. But then Fulton grabbed it up. Fulton did it first. And I was like, oh, and then, but some of my board members actually saw it and said, do it. You know, it's time to do it. So this season sort of fell into place.
Yeah.
And so I would say the stuff that was burning for us to do, and then it was this season, I guess, would be Carrie and Lacage.
Yeah.
And Spamalot, and it was, but a lot of it was left over from last year that we didn't decided not to do last year.
Is that a constant? Do you think that's something that happens often?
Well, I mean, you have to have, like,
Yeah.
invigorating fights about getting something in, and it doesn't.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, well, next year we can.
Yeah. That happens a lot. Stuff carries over. A lot of the plays, like next year, not so much the musicals, but I know for 2016 we're already thinking about 2016, and I have a list of plays that we want to do for 2016. So we're gonna probably go backwards this year and do the plays first, and then see where the musicals are gonna do.
So you guys, okay, well that's cool. So we're here with Ed Fernandez, and we're gonna take another break, and we'll talk to you soon.
Cool.
Check out EffortPerformingArtsCenter.com today for EPAC's upcoming 2015 season. We have put together an amazing selection of plays and musicals that will make you laugh, cry, sing out loud, and contemplate our common humanity. Subscribe to EPAC's 2015 season and embrace theater that matters.
All right.
We're back. We are back. Ed Fernandez.
Ed Fernandez is back. Yeah.
I like this. We should have
It's
a
just my
backing
theme
track
song.
of this
We
all
should
the
have.
time. Yes, yeah. So, one of the other big happenings that are coming in EPAC right now are
we
going
have
to
plays.
be... Yes,
We're gonna need players.
we're going to need players.
Yeah.
That being said, we are going to have the open call for EPAC auditions for the
General
entire season
Yep.
coming up, and that's on
January
January
8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th.
8th, 9th.
8th, 9th, I believe, is a Thursday and Friday, and they're from 6:30 to about 9:30, 10, and then they're long on the weekend, Saturday and Sunday, from like 11. I think Saturday is like 11 to 10, and Sunday is like 1 to 10 or something like that. It's all the information's online
Okay.
at EffortPerformingArtsCenter.com.
Okay.
And
great.
but there's 4 days of generals.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we have sort of a general audition where we see a lot of people, and then each show has a separate callback.
Right. Yeah.
So we'll have the general auditions January 8th, 9th, 10th, 11th. Then we'll actually have 2 months of callbacks.
Yeah.
You know,
I
because the
remember.
first show I have to do right away is August County. So what I'll do is I'll be casting August County immediately, and then I'll be juggling August County with the subscriber party with the rest of the callbacks. So the
Absolutely.
beginning of the year is insane for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it takes about 2 months to
get
cast the whole season,
Yeah.
and then if we come away with 80% of the season cast, I'm happy.
Yeah.
But I find that doing a general audition at the beginning of the year and getting maybe 70 to 80% of your season cast takes a lot of burdens. It's easy, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Get it
takes-
all out of
yeah,
the way.
you get it out of the way,
Yeah.
and like the fallout rate is people, because it's a year away.
It's far.
So
yeah.
the fallout rate for people who say yes and then is not that much as you would think it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, and people, especially volunteers, and I find that volunteers like to know what they're doing, so they can schedule in. Like if they're doing the Christmas show, they can schedule that in to know they're doing that show. You know, or the summer show, so they can schedule vacations and breaks
Right. Right.
around that. So I find that work. That has been our modus operandi from the beginning, and I feel that works for us. Some people say, "Why don't you do it for individual shows?" I'm like, "Oh my god, I'd be so nervous." It was
so much.
I was like, "Well, I'm gonna have like audition for like Shrek like 3 months before, a month before. Suppose nobody auditions, and it's like I don't want to worry about that. I wanted to make sure that at least 3/4 of my cast is in place, and plus being EPAC and being a community theater and being sort of like a repertory company, which we really are. We really are.
Absolutely.
It's like a lot of people do more than one play.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, I'll be in this play, and then I'll take a vacation, I'll be in that play, and I'll be in that play. So I have some actors this year who did 3 shows.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah,
I
absolutely.
did too.
Yeah.
I know a bunch of people that did at least 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
I it's funny because I mean, as an actor and as mid-20s idiot, I never think that far ahead for things. I'm always like, I finish one play, I'm like, okay, what's my next thing to do?
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I want to play in this and then my next one. It's always like, I finish. Now what?
Well, it takes years of experience.
Yeah.
That's the thing. That's why it's got to
The learning process.
Good.
Yeah, and then we have
always
to
have
have
your
space
bases
because it's like
Yeah.
I always say it's like
Oh,
MG. It's like it's an old movie studio. I mean,
Yeah.
really, it's like Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
You know, I always say the Fulton Opera House is Metro and I'm Warner's. In the 1930s, you know, we're
Yeah.
edgy and spiky and New Yorky, and
Yeah.
Fulton is magic and
Yeah.
money and Greer Garson, and I'm like they're doing White Christmas right now, so I'm like but we're like, it's like a movie studio, and you've got to really have your ducks in order because the machine doesn't stop.
Absolutely.
This machine never
Nope,
stops.
can't.
And especially given the fact that our hubris in EPAC has always been that to try to do a regional theater schedule and quality on a really community theater budget and volunteer basis.
Yeah.
So that makes it even more that the machine just cannot stop.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I'm blessed. I mean, EPAC is really the people that work. If it wasn't for the people that I have working for me, if it wasn't the people that are dedicated, who Lord knows don't do it for the money, it would not be the theater it is. I mean,
Right.
this theater is this theater because of people like Pat Cowder and Irving Gonzalez and Michael Swanson and Rich Repko and Mike Rhodes. I mean, the list goes on and on forever. These people who really have their hearts in this theater and do it for the sake of art, for art's sake.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for those people, and I'm not, if it wasn't for those people, and Jeff Cusano, who does most of my lights, if it wasn't for those people, and not even including the actors, this theater wouldn't exist. I mean, that's what EPAC is. It's all these people who just, the passion, who come in with passion and who come in with love and who come in and need to do this and want to do this. And they work. I'm amazed how hard these people work. I'm amazed at the people that I work with and how much of themselves they give to this theater. And sometimes it's like, wow, to make this happen, because it's really impossible. You're trying to make something impossible happen, like constantly here. You guys know that. You've been on the other side.
Yeah.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's constantly reinventing the wheel and constantly still first out of a thousand a year.
Absolutely. So, Ed, here's a question for you. If you had a couple things, there's going to be people here. They're going to be hearing this. They're going to want to come to the auditions.
Mm-hmm.
What's it like on the other side? What are you looking for? What would you like to tell you?
I'm looking. Anybody who wants to do this, experienced, non-experienced, it is hard. If you audition for a musical, you should be able to sing. I mean, there is, you shouldn't be intimidated by EPAC. I hear out there a lot of people are intimidated by this theater because of the quality, but everybody has to start somewhere, and it's just come in and. I'm looking for people who want to do this and who can sing and who are willing to do ensemble or willing to act. And, if you have a desire to do this, come in. If you have a desire, and be prepared. That's one thing I will say for an audition, be prepared. I mean, if you're auditioning for a musical, have a song ready or part of a song. I think... it's if you go to the website, if you go to the website, it tells you exactly how much. Come in with sheet music, or you can bring in a CD of an accompaniment. Bring in your own CD player.
Right.
Come in with a song that is memorized. Come in with a monologue that is memorized if you want to be in a show. And that's what you need to do. And come in prepared. And come in like a professional. Come in prepared. We want to see who you are. We want to see if we want to work. And a lot of the audition is to see if we want to work, because, you're in theater and you're working for 8 weeks, 6 weeks with these people in a very stress-filled and very intimate environment. And, you want people that you want to work with,
Absolutely. Yeah.
So, So I would say the biggest thing is come prepared. Come prepared with the monologue, come prepared with the song. If you just want to be ensemble, that's cool. Come in with just a song. You don't need to do a monologue. A lot of people say, I don't want to learn a monologue. Well, if you want to come in for a musical and just be ensemble, just come in with a song.
Absolutely.
That's all we need to do. Yeah. And if you come to a callback about dance, we don't expect everybody to be from the Moscow Ballet. Just give it I can't, dance. You just give it a good shot.
Yeah.
And
I can't dance, so
Yeah.
Did
we have a dance audition for?
We had a dance audition for me. Yeah,
Okay.
that was the thing.
That was good.
Yeah, I had to tell Ponce, Kristen Ponce. I had to tell her. I was like, just so you know, after. I think I got real lucky in that dance audition. It's like
I cannot
take
do this.
it easy on me. Yeah, that's something else that always amazes me is that you guys have you have really tight choreographers. Choreography is something that you guys are so good at. You have Cody, you have Kristen, you have I guess
Pat,
yeah,
Irving.
Pat,
yeah,
Irving,
Irving,
oh my God.
yeah. I'm very lucky, and that's what goes back to what I said about the people that I work with. I mean, I have Kristen Ponce, I have Cody, and I have Pat, and I have great choreographers, and I have, and the thing about people can learn so much here, and it is a lot of hard work though. It's not like, some people if you want to just go and rehearse a couple of nights a week and be like, hey, let's have fun, hey, we demand a lot. We do demand a lot of time and energy, and we demand that you that you act like a professional.
And that's just respect of the art, honestly.
Yeah, it is respect of the art.
Yeah.
I mean, we have respect for our art, and we have to put up good product, because if we don't put up good product, I mean, we get reviewed here at EPAC, just like the Fulton or Dutch Apple with their professional people, and there's no difference with the critics. There's no difference.
No,
they don't say, they're not nice to us because we have volunteers. No. No. And so we have to be of that same level. Mm-hmm. So, we demand a lot, and I have the people that work for me are demand a lot. Yeah. But if you are willing to do that, and if you're willing to work, and you're willing to really invest yourself in the process and give of yourself to the process and learn, there's no better place.
Yeah.
I would think there's no better place to learn. Absolutely. And to learn from people who are pro, and like people who have gone on to be professionals have learned here.
Yeah.
I mean, if you want to get a taste of what it's really like, this is the place, and this is the place to come.
Yeah. Gets you to understand the rhythm of how
it works, and work with people who really work like people in the real world work.
Yeah, absolutely. Once again, talking to Ed, we're going to be right back in a moment from a word from our sponsors.
Have you ever wanted to perform on the EPAC stage and just didn't know how to get started? EPAC is having open auditions for a 2015 season in January. Check out EphrataPerformingArtsCenter.com to download an audition form and set up your audition today. Generals will be held from January 8th to January 11th. Come be part of theater that matters.
Okay.
And we are back.
Yes, we are.
And we're going to have the epic quest of EPAC. Josh is a cat today, guys.
I'm a cat today.
He changes up every time.
Yep.
And now he's a cat.
I think it was a laser gun once, but
It
now
was
I'm a
laser
cat.
gun.
I'm
Now
a
he's
cat. Okay.
He's an actor. He just blends in.
It's a cat too.
I'm back.
Yeah, what's up, cat?
This is great.
Just a bunch of cats, guys, just hanging out.
Taking over from Mel Brooks and Young Frankenstein.
Since we don't have a show, we're giving away, because usually we've been doing the podcast for every show. We don't have a show, so this time we have a more epic quest of EPAC.
Oh my god. Alright, I'm
Still
scared. I'm scared.
Tonight we're going to give away a season ticket for next year.
Nice.
So every show they're going to get a ticket for.
Wow.
Oh boy. So we don't want anyone to not get that. So we're going to have two different contestants. And so we have someone going against Ed, and I brought in a ringer. I brought in the best I could think of. The only person I knew could compare to Ed. I brought in Joan Adams, our very own best stage manager at EPAC, my personal opinion, even though I've never been in a show with her. Which is not saying anything about stage managers that I love here at EPAC.
You're digging yourself deeper.
But I know, I just took it. Say hi, Joan.
Good evening. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. So
And
Joan's
you may
gonna
call
be
me
playing.
Queen.
Oh,
Queen of
Queen.
Stage Managers.
Gotcha, Queen. We'll call her Queen.
Although I
Joe.
think my reign is ending, but that's okay.
So the whole thing, guys, is that you're going to be playing for someone that comes to EPAC, a patron of EPAC.
Okay.
Ooh, okay.
Do we know
So,
who that is? Or
We
is
do.
that
We have.
determined
That's what we're going to
later?
figure out. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
whoever wins, we're going to do a coin toss. We're going to let Ed choose
Yep.
the coin toss.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
And if he wins, he'll get the first person. If he loses, he'll get the second person.
As always, I'm after tails.
All right, he's going for tails. He's going for tails, and it is tails.
Hey!
So it's the first person.
There
So
you go, Eddie.
Ed,
Who are you playing for, Eddie?
All
Ed
right.
will be playing for Kristen Obrazel Colfin.
Hi,
Nice.
Kristen.
Kristen, Ed's playing for you.
All right.
All right. And Joan will be playing for Eileen Infantino.
Okay,
Eileen.
Eileen. Here we go.
That's Peter Farriola's mom.
There you go. Come on,
Okay.
Eileen.
There you go.
You know,
Come
great
on,
song.
Eileen.
So
There we go.
And we're not going to just let the loser not get anything. So
Right.
the loser, if they don't get the season ticket,
Yeah.
will be getting every poster from the 2014 season as a
Nice.
consolation prize. It's awesome.
Nice.
This is
Very
awesome
nice.
posters. Like
Very
I don't know if you
good.
guys know this.
Absolutely.
I
I
mean,
do.
I love the
It's
salesman
great
poster.
art.
I don't even have one.
They're fab.
It's
No,
really
the
nice.
Salesman
Yeah,
poster
nice.
is really good.
Yeah.
We have a lot of good posters.
All right, guys. So since it's really epic, we have a bunch of games.
Oh, jeez.
And this is the first one. This is the first one.
we're
This
in
is
trouble.
my. I just made this one up today.
Okay.
It's called Find the Fakesicle. Okay?
Okay.
Find the Fakesicle. So I'm going to list 5 titles, okay?
Right.
5 titles
Yeah.
Right.
of musicals,
Okay.
Okay.
4 of which are Tony nominated best for musicals, and
Uh-huh.
1 is completely made up.
Okay.
Okay.
And you guys need to find the Fakesicle.
Gotcha.
And
Okay.
you're both going to get a choice. You're both going to get to decide.
Okay.
And so you can both win, you can both lose.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, you guys ready?
Uh-huh.
Here are the musicals and
Go.
1 Fakesicle. Quilters, Roller Coaster, Jamaica, Golden Boy, Coco. 5 musicals.
Roller coaster is fake.
Roller Coaster's fake, says Ed.
Okay. Joan?
I'm gonna go with roller coaster.
This is not fair.
There was
John has to go first.
You didn't have to be so confident. This is acting. You could have been like, man, I don't
Well,
know.
what am I
what
gonna?
it is."
I mean, you throw Roller Coaster the musical at me. I'm not gonna know it's not fake.
I'm sorry. Jamaica the musical sounds so real to you?
Of course, Jamaica
I
the
was gonna
musical
go with
is
Jamaica,
real.
but then I was like, oh,
I know, Jamaica
honestly,
was
roller
real.
coaster.
I was gonna make my
I like
fake
that. I
one-
like that.
Because I had a whole idea where I was going to use Jamaica.
Quilters.
I was going to call it Puerto Rico.
No,
And I was gonna be like, that was
no,
gonna be my favorite
no,
one.
Jamaica was
That
like,
would
who
be
did I forget who it starred,
would
but
be a
it
great
starred
musical,
like
though.
I
You
think
have no idea.
Puerto Rico,
We
the
talked
musical
about
would be
this
awesome.
before.
Yeah.
So we're
Puerto Rico, the musical
we're
would be awesome.
deadlocked at 1 point to begin, guys.
I like this game. Let's keep playing
That's
it
the
the
only
exact
That's the
same
only
way.
one. That's the only one I got.
Well,
That's the only one I got. Find the Fakesicle.
Okay.
That's good.
That was
good
a fun
name.
one. What else you got?
All right. So this one's gonna be a little bit more complex.
Okay.
So, this is a new game. This is also a new game because usually we do this whole game where it's how far this is from EPAC, which is fine. It's fine.
Okay.
It's goofy.
All
This
right.
is different. This is going to be, since, we have the new season, how many performances did it run on Broadway?
Oh, that I don't know.
And so it's going to be who's closest without going over. All right, guys?
Without going over.
We're doing some Price is Right rules.
Oh,
all right?
okay. That's hard.
Yeah.
Can I get a lifeline on that?
No, of course not.
No,
That's
no, no
ridiculous.
Alan Gomberg
Yeah.
here.
And so-
But no.
All right. So, and since Ed knew it last,
Yes.
he gets to go for the first one. He gets to choose second
Gotcha.
because it's. I mean,
Yeah, okay.
all right.
Gonna ride on
So-
my coattails.
Keep the stakes high.
All right. So the first one, Spam-A-Lot. How many performances did it run? Actually, you know what? Let's write this down. Why don't we both get pieces of paper?
I am.
And you just gotta make a guess.
All
It's
right.
not that big a deal.
Eddie, do you have an
All you
extra
can do
pen?
is be wrong.
I'm good at that, so
Oh,
I
geez. I think that just rose the tension. I'm on the
I know.
edge of my seat
He's lying.
right now. I'm actually, well, I mean, now I'm on
I'm
the
just
edge.
taking a wild stab. I have
Alright.
no
Alright.
idea.
Okay.
This is mine, and this is just.
Alright.
I don't know. I'm terrible. I don't know how.
Well, what, Josh, I guess how's she gonna get decide? So Ed's
Okay,
gonna
That's
guys.
like an impossible question.
Why?
Ooh.
It's just a guess.
Unless you're a
It's okay.
producer.
I mean, you know what? I
See what this.
this could be good.
All right, what's the Ed's guess? Ed's guess. What
Okay,
is it?
so Ed's guess, 3,000.
3,000.
3,000?
That's a lot.
Screwed.
That's a
Yep.
lot. What is?
That's it. No.
And what?
And Joan's guess is 1,079. It's pretty.
Very
And the
specific.
correct answer. 1,575.
We're both over.
1,500.
No, you are not over.
No,
You have absolutely
what is it?
won.
No, it's
1,500.
1,500.
You,
Oh.
yeah, Joan gets the
Joan.
I won fair and square.
1,575 performances of Spam Alive.
Yeah.
I believe it was just a bit over 4 years.
Wow.
Just a bit over 4 years.
Very good.
All right.
Huh.
Interesting. All right, guys.
Very good.
So that's now 2-1.
This seems
Joan.
unfair.
Two.
Because we know it's
Why?
1-1.
It's just guessing. It's just guessing. All right. So weirdly enough, the next one's going to be La Cage aux Folles.
Oh.
The original
All right.
run of
Hit-
La
hit me
Cage aux
up.
Folles.
Oh,
How
again
many
we
points?
go for
Oh
this?
yes, there's going to be 4 of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, there's going to be 5 technically.
Oh.
Tiebreaker if you guys get it.
Let's go. Are you guys ready? La Cage aux Folles.
Okay. So how many?
How many?
Yeah.
Of the original run?
Do we have to hand it in? Or just
Yeah, you gotta hand it in. Gotta hand it in. Gotta be the guy. This is what Josh is our Vanna White here.
Yeah, I look great in sparkly dresses.
It does.
so.
It's a fact.
Ed.
All right. What's Ed got for this
I
one?
got it. Ed, where's Ed's? Okay,
Okay.
Ed's guess,
Yeah.
1,500.
1,500.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Joan's guess, 942.
All right. For La
like
Cage.
this.
For La Cage. 1,761. Takes the lead. Takes
Well
the
done,
lead.
sir.
We're
Well
we're
done,
tied at
Absolutely.
2-2. Kristen and Eileen tied at 2-2 for this game.
I'm trying, Eileen. I'm trying.
All right. So
But I
now,
still have one from the first game.
now this one's no. It's
So do
2-2. We're tied.
Oh, is it? Okay, so we're
They
gonna
gave me a point
Oh, that
for
is it.
That's
It's
Yeah,
it.
it's
2-2,
tied
yeah.
2-2.
Yeah.
All right. So now.
They had to give me something.
Carrie the Musical
Oh,
ran
no.
first on Broadway in 1989.
Right?
How many performances?
Are you talking previews or just public
just
performances?
public performances?
Oh, he knows.
He does seem to know on this one.
I think. No, I think.
Ooh.
We're going for this one. We're going closest. Closest.
I think.
The intention in
All right.
that writing was
All right.
that was good.
Yeah.
All right.
think.
Let's go.
Okay.
Let's go with Jones first.
We're gonna go
first.
with Jones first.
Thanks, Vanna.
Hers was 90.
90.
90. Ed's guess, 1.
Oh, he got
The
it.
answer is 5 performances.
Oh,
Vanna got shut
Holy
down.
moly.
All right. So now
He knew that.
this is the second part of this. As it's 3-2.
Okay.
It came back heavily revised
Right.
in
Yes.
2012 off Broadway.
Yeah.
Right.
This is off Broadway. This is the only one that's off Broadway.
Okay.
Because it did not go back to Broadway.
Right.
Right.
And it ran again. How many performances did it run in that production off Broadway, in that specific theater? All right.
Okay,
All right.
we're gonna go with
3-2-A.
Jones' guess first.
Jones'
It's
guess
gonna be 302.
Okay.
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 Mhm.
Right. And Ed's guess, 200.
Ooh.
Mm.
Ed takes it again.
Oh!
It's 46.
I know it was a limited
Why are
run,
we
but I
doing the
was.
show? It's
Jeez.
fabulous, though.
What?
It's
No, it was a
fabulous.
limited run. It was a limited
Oh, it was a
run.
limited
I
run.
think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Boy.
It was a cult clap.
Yeah, it was all
yeah.
classic.
Yeah, the cult classics are always.
All right. And then, okay, so it's 4-2. 4-2.
4-2.
And the final one, I bet you guys can guess what it is. It's Shrek.
Oh.
Hey.
Shrek's original
Shrek the
run.
musical.
Shrek's original run. Not Price is Right rules. So tense. I don't even know what to do.
I know. I mean, I'm telling you that.
Josh is literally pulling the hair from his scalp right
I mean, yeah, and my chest, which is weird.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna go with Ed's guess
guess.
first. Ed's guess, 500.
500. Okay.
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 Ooh.
Jones guess.
Jones' guess is 445.
Wow!
What's the margin there? Okay, let's. Okay. This is.
It's 480 or something crazy.
Oh boy.
441 is the That was awesome. There was a performance going on.
Oh, there is.
I apologize to all the people watching Annie.
That was close.
Oh, just FYI, guys.
It's like I was there.
Annie is going on right now on stage.
And it's amazing, and if you haven't
might
seen
have
it,
missed that.
you're missing
It's really, I mean, don't get me wrong.
Okay.
Joan was off by 4.
Oh,
That was
wow. That's a great
awesome.
guess. Oh,
Wow. All right, so we're at 4-3 going into our next game. So, all right, guys.
Here we
We're
go.
going to take a little break again for another advertisement.
Join Ephrata Performing Arts Center for its 2015 Sneak Peek Cabaret and Sunday Brunch at Tellus 360 in Lancaster on January 25th at 11 a.m. The cabaret will be formed by some of your favorite actors, singers, and musicians at EPAC, and hosted by Artistic Director Ed Fernandez. So help us spread the word by bringing your friends to enjoy Sunday Brunch and a great free sneak preview of the 2015 EPAC season. Come out on January 25th at 11 a.m. at Tellus 360 in downtown Lancaster.
And we are back with the
Epic
epic
quest.
quest of EPAC. Man, anticlimactic.
It happened. I know.
It was good.
Okay.
And it's tied. It's not tied. I'm sorry, that was a lie. It is 4-3 in favor
Almost
of Ed.
tied.
It's almost tied. Winning for Kristen right now, beating Eileen for that
Okay.
beautiful season
right.
pass to go see a lot of really good plays.
Whew, the intensity's building. Can you
So
guys
this
feel it?
next
Can you
round,
guys
this
feel it?
next round is trivia
Like-
questions. Okay, it's trivia questions. Now you might know this. All the straight plays next year have movie versions.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't want to ask you questions about the plays because we're gonna have podcasts for all the plays where we
Right.
can talk about the plays. So we're gonna ask you some questions about the movies.
Oh, you're gonna
Okay.
kick my butt
This,
again.
Yeah.
Go
All right,
ahead.
so
Kick it, Ed.
let's
Kick
go. All right, so Josh is gonna ask that first.
All right, so guys, first question is.
We're gonna write down the answers again.
It. Yeah, that's just
Are
good.
we writing down
Because these are
answers?
multiple
Yes.
choice.
Because I'm
They're
just gonna
multiple
ride on
choice.
I like
Ed's
this.
coattails
I like this.
otherwise.
This is
so.
multiple choice.
All right.
Okay, so
Go ahead.
gents and germs. We're gonna go with the first question. Is August Osage County, the film, was directed by John Wells, who famously replaced Andy Sorkin.
Aaron Sorkin.
Aaron Sorkin.
Yeah.
Sorry.
It's
Ooh.
the 4th time he's done that.
I've done it every single day, and my brother's name is Andy. He replaced Aaron Sorkin as showrunner for what television show? A. Law and Order. B. Sports Night. C. West Wing. Or D. Studio 60 on the Sunset Strip. All right.
Joe. His answer is Sports Night.
Okay.
Ed's answer is West Wing.
Okay.
The correct answer is, Josh?
C. West Wing.
West
Yeah.
Wing is correct.
That's good. All right.
Yeah,
There we
that's
go.
How did you replace
Yeah.
him?
He did.
Okay.
I just know Alan Sorkin was associated with West Wing. That's it.
Well, actually,
Well, I
he
did
wrote
too, but
Sports
he said
Night. He wrote
Oh.
Sports Night. West
Sports
Wing
Night was
and
actually a
Studio
really good show.
Oh, great.
It
It's my
Yeah,
favorite
but I
television
love
show.
that show, but I thought it was Alan Sorkin. I didn't think it was replaced. Maybe
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
No,
It
he
didn't
wrote.
run for
no,
long
he
enough for
wrote
him to-
3. He wrote 3 of the 4.
Yeah.
And John Wells wrote Law and Order. Well, no, actually, he did ER, but no.
Yeah.
But for West Wing,
Yeah.
Aaron Sorkin got in trouble with NBC.
Oh, and
Wait.
it got replaced.
He got replaced and
I
then got caught with
appreciate
crack
that.
cocaine
Oh,
at the
well,
airport.
okay.
There you go.
Then he dated Kristen
I did not-
Chenoweth.
I did not know he was replaced.
Yeah.
That is good.
So you can
to know.
come to EPAC
He
and
also-
see the show without the crack cocaine.
He also wrote
There you
a
go.
Tony Award-winning
Yeah.
play. So,
There you go.
a few good
So-
men. It's good. Check it out.
Oh.
Second question for you
This is the
guys.
second. This is the second
Alright.
one. As it is now
I'll try to
5
do
to
better.
3. 5 to 3.
Okay, so second question. In the film The Odd Couple, Roberto Clemente was supposed to hit into a triple play, but being one of the greatest players in the history of the world, couldn't slow down enough to make it work. He was replaced by what slower Pittsburgh Pirate? Okay, it's A. Willie Stargell. B. Bill Mazeroski. C. Jerry May. And D. Maury Wills.
All right. So
I didn't even. This is like the
Roberto Clemente was so fast that he would not get out when they tried to hit into a triple play.
Right.
What the hell does that do with the Odd Couple?
Because it happens in the Odd
It ha-
Couple. It happens in the movie. Because he's a sports writer.
and they filmed at a Mets game.
Oh,
It's amazing.
It's a Mets game. Come
And it's
on,
so
you love
great
the Mets.
because Roberto Clemente is so amazing.
Okay,
Or it was.
Just
He
pick
couldn't
one
slow
of them.
down.
Just like I did. Just
Read
pick
the
one.
names again.
Okay, the names are Willie Stargell, B. Bill Mazeroski, C. Jerry May, and D. Maury Wills.
Wills.
This is a wild guess. It's between two, and I'm picking one of the two
Just
that
pick
I
one.
think it is.
Just pick
Okay,
one.
all right. All right.
Ed's answer.
That's the answer?
Jerry May.
Okay.
Joan's answer. Willie Stargell.
No.
Sorry, guys.
None of
Both
us
guys.
incorrect.
No.
Who was it? Was it?
It was actually B.
Bill.
Bill
Bill
Mazeroski.
Mazeroski.
I never would have guessed
Bill
that. 'Cause that sounds like such
Mazeroski.
a made-up name.
No, it's not.
It doesn't sound like a name.
They're all.
It
they're
doesn't
all
sound like a
players.
baseball player.
I'm not-
It sounds like
I don't believe that name.
I don't believe that.
I wasn't that rude. I
Doesn't sound
put
like-
other
Doesn't
pirates.
sound like a, doesn't sound like a baseball player.
Nope.
Yeah,
Nope.
sorry. Not good.
All right, so
Sounds
it's still
like an
5-3.
artiste.
Right.
So there was a
Artiste.
baseball question, and Joan blew it. I'm just putting that out there. I had my chance, and I blew it.
Ah, it's all right.
Remember that
You're a
wasn't
baseball
a
champ.
play. That was a
A movie
bad. I don't like
question.
that.
Movie.
All right.
Warned you.
It's
Next
told
one.
you,
Next
it's about
one.
All right,
movies.
James and
Moving on. Moving on.
Third
Next
question
one.
is gonna
Pissed.
is
Now he's mad. Oh.
Third question's from the Elephant Man.
Okay.
Okay.
I just moved.
Third question. What famous filmmaker took his name off of the credits as executive producer of The Elephant Man, the film, in fear that it would hurt the message of the film? Okay.
Oh.
Okay. A is Mel Brooks. B is George Lucas. C is Woody Allen. And D is Orson Welles. All right.
All right.
Okay, so this is good.
Ed's answer is Mel Brooks.
Okay.
And Joan's answer is Woody Allen. The correct answer is Mel Brooks.
It is Mel
Mel
Brooks.
Brooks.
Yes, I knew
Mel
that.
It seems Ed knew
And you know
that
what?
one.
And when we were talking about these questions,
Yeah.
I thought Woody Allen as well. Actually.
Yeah. Oh, did
So,
you? Okay,
yeah.
I feel slightly redeemed.
Well, no, because if you think about it, if Woody Allen were to do it, and he would take his credits off, it would be because he wouldn't want it to
Right.
look like some hey, just Woody Allen being Woody Allen.
That's
again.
the same reason Mel Brooks took his name off him, because he really understood the power of the piece.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I mean, that's what's amazing both about the play and the musical and the book.
We're gonna come back. We're gonna have a little bit of advertisements, and you can
Ah.
feel the
Oh,
tension
wow.
building.
The final.
Hey, this is Kevin Fennell, one of the hosts of this podcast. Josh and I would like to thank you for listening today. And if you have any questions, thoughts, or comments on the podcast, we want to hear about it. Email us at epaccast@gmail.com. That's epaccast@gmail.com. You can email us about anything, really. We just want to hear from you. True story, Josh knows everything in the world about sea snails. Have any questions? Email us. Alright guys, enjoy the rest of the show.
And we are back once more for the epic quest of EPAC.
Somebody strangled your cat.
Bad gas.
For Annie, he did this thing where it sounded like this poor dog was being killed.
Oh, no.
None of us knew how to react.
I didn't really know how to react. I just kind of went with it. It was, but
The whole thing is that it's epic, and then he does these sounds.
Yeah.
A little less than epic.
Yeah.
maybe.
yeah. There you go.
Alright, so this is going to be our last game.
Alrighty.
Okay.
What's it called?
So this is one of our favorites. This one's called EPACCategories.
Okay.
All right. So yes. So basically, how this game goes is that we're going to give you a category,
Uh-huh.
and you guys are going to name off as many things that are in that category
Go back and
as
forth.
possible.
It's going to go back
The-
and forth
you
until
know,
you run out.
Example,
All these things.
example
Every
fruits and
day.
vegetables.
Yeah.
You'd go, apples, bananas,
Right.
blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So, okay, so the EPACCategory that we have.
Because what show haven't we talked about? I think we've talked about every main stage show. What other show does EPAC do first?
It would actually be Little Mermaid
Little Mermaid
Junior.
Junior.
So
Yes.
we are going to be doing
Oh, no.
the animated films of Disney.
Okay.
Okay, but guys,
You're-
you have to, this is
done.
to tell you right now, we are not talking Pixar. We're talking these
Old
are
school. You're
classically
talking old school.
animated.
Oh!
We're
You're
talking
talking
classically
old school.
animated
We're
from the
talking
Walt
old
Disney
school.
Group.
Gotcha.
This is from Wikipedia. This is legit.
All right. All right.
Basically, so any Disney that has been made into a musical?
Okay.
No.
Oh, that's
No,
what
I'm sorry.
no,
Is it
no,
just
it's
Disney?
just
Is it
Just Disney.
movies?
No, it's just Disney
Alright.
movies. Don't listen
So-
to Josh.
It's Disney cartoons, but not Pixar.
It's not Pixar.
Okay.
And
Old school
theatrical
Disney.
release
Okay.
Disney films.
Okay,
the
okay,
animated films of Disney.
Okay.
Okay.
And so,
You're still gonna kick
So-
my butt, but it's okay.
yeah,
I'll try.
we'll
I
see
might
how,
get 3.
I want to see how far it goes. I want this to go far.
Oh,
Yeah, I have them all written
yeah.
down. There's a lot of really
Okay.
random ones. You got to go. We'll give you a
Are we
list.
talking the feature length
Yes,
or
we're
just
talking
like
feature,
the
we're
Mickey
talking
Mouse?
Feature length.
Like,
we're talking feature length.
Alright.
All right.
Okay.
All right.
alright.
All right.
So we'll
you
start,
guys just.
we'll start with Joan.
Okay. All right.
Joan,
Alright.
start
Like
us off.
Cinderella.
Got it.
Snow White and
Take-
the Seven Dwarfs.
You just have to put her here. Okay.
Okay.
That's a good one too. That's a good one too. Next.
Robin Hood.
Robin Hood with the fox.
I
With
love
the
that
fox.
one.
Who doesn't love the fox?
The Aristocats.
Oh, Pat.
Oh, good one, good one.
That's a very good one.
Lady the Tramp.
Okay.
Lady and the Tramp.
Got it.
Sword in the Stone.
Oh, I was
Stone right there. Okay. What we got? Okay.
Oh, that's a Disney.
You guys go.
Look at him.
You guys go. Don't forget the '90s, guys.
Oh yeah.
I know, right?
I was drunk during the 90s. I wouldn't
Ah.
know.
Right. What would you know? There's so many. I can't
There's a
think of any.
billion.
There's tons.
You got
there's
it. You
there's
got
so
this, Jen.
many. Snow White.
Snow White. There you go.
I said Snow White. That was
said
the
Oh, you
first
did
one
say
I
Snow
said.
White? Okay.
Wait,
Hold on.
wait.
I said Snow White and the Seven
Oh,
Dwarfs.
sorry. Sleeping Beauty.
Sleeping Beauty.
Peter Pan.
Peter Pan.
Help me.
Hold on.
Let me. Okay.
Sleeping Beauty.
I probably own like tons of these. I can't think of any of them.
Yeah, this
This is sad.
a little bit.
It's like there's so many.
It's so easy.
Remember the '90s.
I was, the 90s.
What did I just say? I said
So Peter Pan. Yeah.
Yeah, that Indian one.
Yeah. That one.
Pocahontas.
Pocahontas.
Yep.
She does remember
Yep,
the
yep.
'90s.
Alice in Wonderland.
Alice in
That
Wonderland.
was Disney? See, what do I know? Again, what do I know? They're not helping me cheat.
No, why were we?
I know. We're.
Are you writing stuff down?
Stone
He's
Cold.
working
Yeah.
ahead.
I'm writing it
He's
down.
totally working ahead. He's totally getting away. Why let's just give this dead and be done with it.
What? You got this, Joan. You know this.
Really?
I believe in you.
Oh, you're sweet.
Pretty soon we're gonna tag Josh in. See how many he.
Yeah, let's tag Josh. And can you be on my team?
Come on, Josh. What do you got?
Do you want me to go in?
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
come in. No, because he looked up the answer.
I don't know. I
You
literally
already
don't
won.
pay
Tag
attention
Josh
to
in.
anything.
Tag Josh in.
I literally
Yeah.
don't.
Tag.
Okay. Lion King.
Oh, I'm so
Pinocchio.
dumb.
Pinocchio.
Good,
Oh,
very
that's
good.
good.
I'm gonna say The Jungle Book.
Jungle.
Shazam, I said Mulan.
Oh, very good.
Awesome.
Great one.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. You ready?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
What about that fish one? That fish.
Well, that's a Pixar movie,
Oh,
so that
okay.
doesn't actually count.
Okay.
No Pixar's.
But
No Pixar's.
in
Your turn.
101 Dalmatians.
That's
We're
one.
going at
Shoot.
Okay.
Oh man, what's left?
There's so many. Like
There are a lot.
There's
We said
definitely
Cinderella,
one.
We said Snow White. We said
There's definitely
Sleeping
one
Beauty.
that's really obvious that I'm gonna be so funny when you guys don't say it.
Oh my god! Okay, I know it's has to be one of the fairy tale ones.
Right.
Sleeping Beauty. We said Snow White. We said
Ridiculous.
Cinderella. We said Pocahontas. Did we say?
Yes,
you
did.
We
That was you.
Pocahontas. Oh, Beauty and the Beast.
Beauty and the
Oh,
Beast.
I
Very
can't.
good.
That's
Okay.
my favorite.
Okay.
But
here
you
it is,
didn't
guys.
say it. You
I
forgot all.
know. I'm terrible at names.
Fantasia.
Fantasia.
Oh my
Fantasia.
gosh, that's
Definitely.
classic.
Yes.
How could you miss that one? Because I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Eileen. I'm
Right.
very, very
No,
sorry.
it's
Hey.
well the strength
You'll get
is in
something.
teamwork,
Definitely.
you know.
something.
Winning is winning in my book.
Ed?
What else you got?
Cars wasn't, was it?
That was Pixar.
That's
That's
Pixar.
Pixar. That's fine.
Toy Story?
No,
Oh.
Pixar.
Pixar.
Oh.
Pixar.
Man.
Guys.
There's so
Care
many.
Bears?
No.
How about Bambi?
Bambi!
course.
Right?
Oh, are you guys against me now?
I don't care.
Okay,
Sure.
okay. You
I'm
guys are
just
against
calling out
The
random
rules are
things.
going
Let's,
all
let's
over
just
the
remember.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's remember the fact that Ed,
Ed
has
already
won.
won.
Ed has won. Congratulations, Kristen. You won a season ticket for the
Oh,
next
that's
season. That's awesome.
fabulous.
That's
You'll enjoy it.
congratulations.
Congrats.
And
Really, really
Eileen,
will.
you just won a bunch of free posters at the
That's
show. It's
fabulous.
awesome.
They're very
Awesome.
cool.
Thank you.
Artwork posters.
So let's keep going. What else was you got?
Oh, let's see.
You got
Come
me.
on,
What are
people.
some of our old school ones, right?
Yeah, I mean.
Oh, God.
Does Steamboat Willie count?
Oh, also.
No, I
okay,
was going to say no,
Oh, no,
because
no,
it's not a feature. That
but
was my
Dumbo
first one.
does.
No.
Oh, and
Dumbo.
since the game's officially over,
Yeah.
guys,
Yeah.
none of you said Little Mermaid, and it's a show.
It's a show next year at EPAC.
Oh
This
my
is the
God, none of us
Effort of
said it.
Performance
That was the
podcast.
best promo for Little Mermaid Jr. I have ever
Mermaid.
heard.
It's definitely happening next year at EPAC. Come on,
And you do not want to miss it.
We're making too much noise.
Too much noise. Yeah, there's a show going on. Once
We've
again,
just
we're
been
being
instructed
really
by the
loud.
stage
I'm
man
sorry,
or
we're
by
having
the
so
house
much fun
manager.
Right now.
We just got yelled at.
Yeah. It's okay. It's
It was
not.
probably my shrieking.
It might have been
I
something
do
to with it.
apologize.
Okay.
Oh God, I can't.
Just tell him somebody was murdered out in the park.
Cindy Mellinger, you will forgive me.
So yeah, when that happened, guys, you forgot Little Mermaid.
I can't.
Oh,
probably
man.
because you
I did
said
too.
Little Worm.
Everyone
Right,
did.
right. You just didn't think of it.
Everyone did.
Man. Well,
Man, yeah. All right, guys.
Yeah.
That was pretty epic.
That was not.
That
I
was
enjoyed
without
that.
it,
That was
that was
actually
epic
fun.
I
quest.
can see to
I
your
hope you guys all
magnificence.
That was
enjoyed our
actually
epic quest
fun.
of EPAC.
we tried, Joan.
We tried.
Yeah, we
tried.
did.
I'm
We
sorry I
did.
let you guys down.
It's okay.
Oh no.
Congratulations
It was
to
a great
Chris.
thing.
All right, and so, we have some stuff. Thank everybody for being here. Josh, you have anything you want to plug tonight?
I guess. Yeah, sure. I have 2 shows with me and my brother's band, the Plums.
Yes.
We're going to be playing on the 27th and the 28th. The 27th is going to be at the Fulton Street Arts Co-op.
At this
And,
month? December?
Yep, this is December
Wow.
27th. And then December 28th, we're going to be playing at the Lizard Lounge in the Chameleon Club.
It's gonna be awesome.
So, hopefully we'll see y'all there.
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. And then
Very
of course,
cool.
general auditions.
General
Effort
auditions,
Performance
January 8th, 9th, 10th, and 11th for EPAC. Please come out.
Go to the website.
Go to the website,
effortperformingartscenter.com.
effort for, or call some. Well, no, don't call.
No.
Or you can email the questions. You can email artistic director at effortofperformingartscenter.com.
There you go. I mean, that's how I got in. Just an email. All right, thanks
And we're
everybody.
glad you did.
Boom.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We'll see you next time for the.
See you next time. Bye, everyone.
Good night.
Thank you for enjoying our podcast today. Please remember to make a donation to Effort at Performing Arts Center. Together we will achieve a lasting artistic legacy for future generations to cherish. Theater cannot exist without an audience, and EPAC cannot survive without the continued goodwill and generosity of supporters like you.